Hello again. Before we get started, please be sure to review these important disclosures. Please pause the video to continue reading. In this video, I am going to show a demonstration of how to set up the currently beta version 37 of the ebb and flow trading strategy for testing in Market Replay on NinjaTrader 8. Please visit our website at robusttradingsystems.com to see more about our automated trading strategies and subscription options. Version 37 beta has been posted and subscribers can download it to join in final evaluation and testing. Okay, moving on. Over here, I'll walk through the steps to add the strategy. We're going to turn off start in diverted mode because we're not going to a live chart. We're just going to run it in Market Replay here. With YM, I find it's best to do 0 for the break-even. The break-even is a really cool feature, and it works great on most instruments. But for some reason with the YM, I tend to get better results. The trade one stop, normally if I'm using alternate stops, I'll bump this way up. I don't plan for it to hit my bracket stop since, again, I'm using some of the other stops that are included in the settings here, the alternate stop options. The 3-bar, let me set that to 240. Sorry, I'm skipping up and down a little bit here. I'm going to uncheck market if touched orders. The reason I'm unchecking that is if I uncheck it, it will run limit orders. And when I do Market Replay, I want it to run limit orders. I find it's a little more accurate that way in how the Market Replay algorithm picks up the buys and sells. But in live trading, I believe it's very much best to use market if touched orders, so I would normally keep that checked. I am not going to set any of these modifiers here. By not setting any of the modifiers, then what will happen is when it's in an uptrend in the 3-bar trend range indicator, it will take only longs. When it's in a downtrend, red shaded area, then it will take only shorts. If I wanted to lock it where it takes longs, ignoring the 3-bar trend, then I'd do this box, or shorts this box. If I wanted to take longs just when it's in the green in the 3-bar uptrend, I would check this box, but then it wouldn't do anything when that 3-bar trend range indicator is red. Vice versa for shorts. And if I wanted to do the opposite, then over here I would take I could take longs when it's in a downtrend, or I could take shorts when it's in an uptrend. So interesting options there that are available. We're going to keep the add advanced bar stop. That's a nice thing across almost all things that instruments that I've traded, and it does a great job to protect you from some bad trades. It gets you out when it's about to turn in another direction. It's not always perfect, but it has a better win rate that way. And here we will elect this alternate stop option, which is to stop on the 3-bar trend change only. And then here we are going to use the VWAP interaction ticks. This is the couple of the main features now of the beta that have been added and in response to the high volatility. But I should mention too that in testing some earlier time periods with medium volatility, I had really good results, even better than what you'll see here in the real high volatility using these same settings. And I have not tested yet, but it'll be very interesting to go back and do so some time periods where there's real low volatility. So I'm going to set this one to 66. This is my 3-bar retrace, disallow, and stop. what it's going to do is it's going to place an area within the 3-bar trend range, and I like to use a Fibonacci number. 0.764 is a great number for this, and that area, when touched, it will stop taking new trades, and if it's in a trade, it will actually cause a stop. It'll stop you out if you get a bar close over top of that line. Okay, and then to go along with that, and this is new, I've layered this in, newest development here with the this beta version. I've layered in this option to put in a number of ticks that it must trade then back past the VWAP in order to turn trading back on when you're using that 3-bar retrace, disallow, and stop. Before I had that hardwired in, if you were using the VWAP interaction ticks along with it. Now I have it separate, so you can set this to any number and have it be something different. You could do 0, but then if it crosses back below that VWAP line, it would then enable you to take trades again. And I've seen it turn profits with that too, but it's a lot more trades and some more stops that way, and I don't find it to be as efficient as keeping a number here. I like 66 as well for this, but having that extra layer there lets you be flexible, lets you try this on different instruments and all different numbers. That's always the case with our trading strategies, that you can set any of these things. You can swing trade by making much bigger pullback numbers and much bigger profit target numbers, and set your break even however you like. Set your stop wherever you like. Very important. Set your stop tight if you need to maintain your level of comfort in your trading. That's your protection. Especially if you're day trading, using some of the alternate stops could be too wide. So you'll want to add a tight stop to it here with setting a much lower number in the trade one stop, of course. Okay, we are not adding any of the half-hour diverts in this, so it's going to trade around the clock. But if we had clicked any of these, then it would switch to diverted mode. And I'm going to go ahead and enable it. Oh, I'm sorry. What I should mention that when I trade live, if you haven't run strategies on NinjaTrader yet, if you're only running one contract, it's a good idea just to put one here. When you trade live, I find it's best just to set these up and press enable right here and then hit apply, and then the strategy is instantly on. However, in market replay mode, I find that it's a little easier to control it up here. But when I'm trading live, I don't want to hunt for this control center every time, so I just use this option to enable it here. Okay, one other thing I forgot to show you is that you always want to wrap the label in quotation marks, and here's the reason why. See all this stuff telling us our settings on the chart? That clutters things up, and you get sick of seeing that if you're like me. So wrap your label in quotation marks and watch what happens. That will go away, and it will just show the strategy that's running at the top. Nice little trick that NinjaTrader turned me on to. Okay, and now we'll go ahead and turn these on. I want to show you that when I turn this on, the buttons will pop up into the chart trader area on the 5-minute chart. Those are your divert option buttons, and they build right into the chart trader panel. Turn it off and turn it back on again so you can see. Okay, we'll get it started here.